Hi there, my name's Alistair Kennedy and I'm the Sociable Social Worker, and I give practical advice to social workers and those wanting to foster and adopt. And in this video we're going to look at therapeutic parenting. Now you've probably looked at this in your training for foster caring or to be an adopter, so this is just a refresher. I'm not going to go into great detail and I'll leave some links below that will give you more detail. Now you'll remember during your assessment we asked you about how you would parent and how you were parented, and this is why we now talk about therapeutic parenting. So if you want some more tips, stay tuned. So tip number one, being imaginative. And what do I mean by being imaginative? Well, if your response to difficult behaviour is always chastising, which it shouldn't be, then what you need to be saying is, so let me give you an example. If a child keeps hiding your mobile phone all the time, what would your normal response be? Would you get angry, or would you think of something imaginative to do, like say, oh, where did you put my phone again? And you make it into a game and you try and do a kind of hide and seek with your phone, and eventually they'll find your phone. And if they hide it again, you just keep doing it. It's about being imaginative rather than chastising. Top tip number two, and this is about acceptance. Look, we all make mistakes, don't we? I do, you do, and children make loads of mistakes. And your love needs to be unconditional, truly unconditional. When children feel and children are traumatised by what's happened in their lives, they're going to cry, they're going to shout, they're going to break things, they're going to make mistakes. They need to release their feelings, and you have to like them unconditionally. You might not love them at first, but you need to like them, and that needs to be unconditional. Top tip number three, showing curiosity. Now, a lot of the time children will get into situations that you won't understand, and you'll be thinking, why did they do this? And you'll be racking your brains, trying to, why did they take that knife to school? Why did they smash that window? Why did they get arrested by the police? And it's those points, rather than being chastising, and it's about being curious and being gentle with that curiosity. So if a child takes a knife to school, wouldn't it be better just to say, is there anything going on at school? What's happening at school? Who are your friends at school? And teasing that information out through curiosity. You might not get there first time, but 3 or 4 times down the line, you catch them by surprise at dinner and ask them. And that needs to come with consequences as well. So it's a bit about therapeutic parenting, but then there's got to be a consequence to that as well. And crucially, it may take time. Good times are always in cars. Sit beside children in cars, and they'll talk about it because you're not face to face, and that's a good top tip there, sitting in cars. You may not get a straight answer straight away, particularly from teenagers, and it may take time, but curiosity is key. Top tip number 4, empathy. Now that's what we look for in every foster carer or every adopter, isn't it? That's what we look for. We look for empathy. And for some people it doesn't come easy, empathy, and sometimes you might have had a succession of fostered children, and it might be quite difficult and you get a bit tired. The key thing is about mixing consequences and mixing the empathy, but boundary setting if any behaviours are risky. But empathy is the key, and I've worked with a number of foster carers over the years who I would say have lacked empathy, and it can't be taught. It really can't be taught. You've either got it or you don't. And my last tip, consistency. I talk about this in foster carer training, adoptive training. You should always be the same way. I know it's really difficult. It's really difficult to be happy all the time and positive all the time. You spend a lot of time with these young people and these children, and they need to know that there's consistency in your approach. So if they approach you, they know that and if they've done something bad, they know how you're going to react, or if you're going to overreact, and they need to manage that within themselves. But they need to know each circumstance, how you'll react. Although still, they need to still know that although this is your therapeutic parenting, there are still consequences as well for their behaviour. So there you are, a snapshot of therapeutic parenting. As I said, if you want some more detail on therapeutic parenting, follow the links below. And also ask your supervising social worker or your assessing social worker for more information. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. That would help me out a lot. And ring the little bell for more notifications on videos. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, thanks very much.